All right, the chapter 7, 1 and 2, if you add up for number 15, the angles in this all add to 720. 720 is going to be equal to x plus. The sum of all of these, they're telling me here, is 650. So when I take 650 away from the 720, and you may have tackled it differently, I'm writing it up kind of formally. What do you got there, 70? The missing angle there is 70 degrees. Now in number 16, it's pentagon, 5 sides. 540 is going to be equal to x plus. What's the sum of these other 4? Somebody's got to have them, or you can get them. I'm going to set up a couple others. I need the sum of those 4. What is it, 428? 423. You guys agree? Take that away from both sides. What's left for x? X is, what is that, 117 maybe? Double check that while I set up this next one. I think 117.
Yeah, 117.
All right, when I look at number 11, this is 4-sided. Value of x, 100, 130, that's 230, plus 66, 296. What's left for x? That's just me taking and putting together all those other ones. 64 is equal to x on that one. Number 12, 3060 equals x plus 103, 133, that's 136. 136 plus 58, we'll get this one. 136 plus 58. I got 194. When I take that away from 360, I'm left with 166. That doesn't seem right. Oh no, that should be 294. There we go. That's what it is. 236 plus 58 is 294. There we go. So that's going to leave us with 66. I knew something wasn't right about that one. Now, this next group of problems was like stuff that was on your quiz, and this was probably one of the most missed kind of questions on your 7172 quiz, where you have to find each interior angle and each exterior angle. And I'm going to be able to do some of my work. Good morning. Some of my work down here. A pentagon is 5-sided. So interior, n minus 2, 5 minus 2 times 180. I had that up there. That's going to be 540. But it says each interior and each exterior. So you should be coming back and saying 540 divided by 5 for each interior. Again, this was the most missed on your quiz. I'll put your quizzes back in your hands tomorrow. That's each interior. And then you have to go on and do each exterior, and exteriors are always 360. So it's just a matter of 360 divided by 5. I thought that was 72. That's going to be each exterior. So I'm going to hold off just a second and make some room for my other ones here. That was 27. 28 is, n is 18. 18 minus 2 times 180. That's the sum of all the angles in an 18-gon. 16 times 180. That's going to be 2880. And then to get down to each angle, 2880 divided by 18. So that's going to be 160 each. That's each interior. Bless you. That's each interior. And then each exterior, we always are dividing 360 by the number of sides for each exterior. 360 divided by 18 is going to be 20 degrees for each exterior. Now for number, just kind of going up here, 29, n is 45. 45 minus 2 times 180. Interior sums, 43 times 180. That's a lot. 7740. 7740 divided by 45. That'll be each interior. I'm going to go to my calculator in a second here. 360 divided by 45 will be each exterior. What do I got? 7740 divided by 45. 172 for each interior. 360 divided by 45 is 8 degrees for each exterior. We tried to draw something with that many sides, it would look like a circle. It'd be tough for us to draw it. If you're doing what I'm doing, just make sure that your problems are numbered. 30, 90 sides, 90 minus 2 times 180. Interior, 88 times 180, talk about big. 15,840. You'll turn it all in on Friday before your exam. 15,840 divided by 90. You guys will not be allowed to take your exam unless you bring all this stuff with you. You will fail your exam if you don't bring everything with you. I will not hand you an exam without you handing me all your reviews and tests back. Each interior in this one, 172. Each exterior in this one was 4. And again, with Chapter 7 here, I will get Chapter 7 quizzes back in your hands tomorrow, so you can clean up anything there that you might not have known what to do with. There's copies of all of this on the table over there if there's anything that you're missing. There's nothing in the grade book. I haven't touched it since I left. I graded papers, but I never got my computer out. No, I graded your quizzes. I just never got my computer out while I was there. Now this one, I'm going to go through and do what we had done in class and just putting in every measure that I possibly can and then go see if I can get the answers. Like I know Q to N is 13, so L to M is 13. This side is 8, so this side is 8. If P to N is 7, L to P is 7. Q to P must be 8.2. This angle, big angle at N, must be 100 because this one is. This 29 degrees would go in this angle at 29 degrees, alternate interior. And then, I don't know if you guys remember that the sum of this large angle Q and large angle N should add to 180. And if I do 180 minus the 100, next two angles are supplements, consecutive angles are supplements. 180 minus 100 minus the 29. Tell me that this little guy over here has got 51 degrees left. This is 51 degrees over here. So 51 plus 29, those big angles are gonna be like 80 here. Well, duh, it's 100. This has gotta add to 80. So these bigger angles on the sides, their parts are there, but they're gonna add to 80. Now, when I go in to look at answers, what am I asked for? Well, L to M, I'm gonna color code this a little bit here, slow it down for the video. L to M is the same as this N to Q side, so we know that's 13. Then L to P. L to P, where the heck is P? Oh, P's in the middle. P's in the middle, I had that there. Diagonals bisect each other, so that's 7. L to Q, what do I got here? L to Q is this left side, same as the right side. We knew that was 8. M to Q, this entire diagonal, which is 8.2 times 2, which will be 16.4. What angle are they looking for next here? LMN. LMN, the big one, that's 80. NQL, whole thing, that one's 80. What do we got next? MNQ. MNQ is 100. And LMQ was that alternate interior. It's 29. So going through the drawing, filling in what you know. Now in number 17 down here, I'm going to move 17 over to this. I know that 2M is equal to 70, which would make M 35. I also know that N plus 70 should be 180. That's going to make N 110. A couple ways you could tackle that problem, but I did opposite angles first. Opposite angles are congruent. That's what led me to set up this problem. Next two angles are supplements. That's what led me to set up this problem. Yeah. Okay. Number 18. Only way to tackle 18. This one's a little bit tricky because you've got the B's, the C's, and isn't there even a D in there? Yeah, there is. B, C, and D. I'm going to have to start out by solving for the B. And the way that I have to solve for the B is that whole idea that next two angles add to 180. So B minus 10 plus B plus 10 is going to be 180. And that actually, the minus 10 plus 10 will cancel out. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. So 2B's equal 180. So B is equal to 90. which makes this angle, 90 minus 10 is 80. 90 plus 10 is 100. If B is 90, C is 80. It's across from the other 80-degree angle. And D is going to be 100. It's across from the 100-degree angle. This is problem 18. I'm going to take a second here. Our music shut down. Fix up some attendance. Good deal. Now, 2 more problems, chapter 1. Or do we got another page? Or chapter 1, chapter 7. What am I doing? I'll tell you what. I should be tallying mistakes today. I'm feeling a little out of the loop. 10 days away from school is weird. M is 8. Diagonals bisect each other. And K plus 4 will be equal to 11. That's going to make K 7. Same thing with 20. Our diagonals are bisecting each other. These are all parallelograms. I knew all the parallelogram rules worked because it said these were all parallelograms. So 20, diagonals bisect each other. 2u plus 2 equals 5u minus 10. The other problem I'm going to have to solve is 6 equals v over 3. Diagonals bisect each other. So these two are congruent, and these two are congruent. I'm going to take 2 u's away from both sides. 2 is equal to 3u minus 10. When I add 10 to both sides, I'm going to get 12 is equal to 3u. When I divide by 3, I'm going to get u as 4. I didn't show all those steps down there because I was squished. And then to find v, I'm going to undo dividing by 3 by multiplying both sides by 3. So 18 is v.